Hey, this is JJ with Deluxe Vehicle Detailing and Paint Correction. This is the part 2 of a video I shot a week and a half ago. And due to technical problems with internal memory on my previous video, which was actually 8 videos and like 40 minutes long, this is now being shot on my new iPad, and I'm just kind of experimenting in a way, but I wanted to show you, I just wiped down my windshield. Let's see if I can get you right in the middle of the windshield. I don't know how well this will pick up, but this half of the windshield is in the Dallas Paint Correction TMR Prime, and this half of the windshield is coated with a new product that I wanted to check out durability on, and it is Griot's Garage Glass Sealant. I had to pare down the video, delete some videos so that I had enough memory in my cell phone. And so I lost some footage. It's still not rectified at this moment, but the time that you're seeing this, you can go, from the first video and hopefully get to the next one here. Anyway, I just want to tell you, over the last week and a half, we've had some rain, but not much. It actually, when I finished and the BMW was rained on, it really hadn't rained for about a week, and I did not touch the glass whatsoever. I did have to use the wiper blades one time, just a little 3 movement play. Anyway, without trying to get too wordy, I'm going to try to get you. Let me set this down. Yes, I'm new with the iPad. Let's move this up. So you can see that line of demarcation. Let me pull the blade out here. Sorry about my very faulty. So right in the middle, you can see this line. I'm not going to touch the glass, but you can see, and clearly in the viewfinder, especially right on the dash right here, you can see this line, right? Yeah, find myself here. This line right here. So this half is the DPC, and this is the Griot's Garage. And you can see that the DPC, has a definite line, very easy to see in the black right here. I do have a tape line that I ran so that I could keep them separated. I don't know with that black line. I imagine this was the edge of the tape right here. So you can kind of see a darker, hue to it. As I'm looking at the line itself, I believe I've removed any kind of residue from the tape or anything that was done during the install. It looked a little worse, as I did not wipe it now for a week and a half and just finished just kind of wiping this glass down. I used some ONR and a glass polishing towel and just got it looking a little better. But a big line, a big difference. I have driven with dew on the car, and at about 30 miles an hour, it definitely sheds right off the glass. So that's good. That's what I was looking for. They both looked about the same. I also did this side of the car in DPC on the side glass, and I did do this side of the car. And if you watch the previous video, depending on what I didn't have to cut out, I did do this in the glass sealant. I used a couple different application methods. On the DPC, I let the coating flash a little longer each time. I was actually at, and I think it was about 8 minutes or so, till I actually wiped this side off. And it was a little grabby. That's too long. I think, you know, the 4 or 5 minute mark is where you want to be. But anyway, this is, again, just kind of experimental. I've just uploaded CapCut, the video editing software, onto my iPad. And so just kind of, you know, playing around with it a bit. But both sides seem to, you know, really kind of shed water at the same speed, right about the 30 mile per hour mark. It'll all depend on, you know, what the angle of your glass is. This has a pretty deep angle. The, you know, higher your glass is, or the less degree of slope, you will see differences. Jeeps, things like that have very flat glass, it's not as good when you're driving, because there's just less pressure on the glass from the airflow. But this is sloped pretty well, and you know, the rake, whatever you want to call it, is a little lessened. Or the more that it's lessened, kind of the less the effects. Still will keep bugs from sticking on, still will keep your glass looking great. Both products, although not a direct comparison to one another, I'm expecting not a comparison. And durability certainly should be a lot longer on a true ceramic coating. I was impressed. I was impressed with the two layer method of using the Griot garage glass sealant, and everything went smoothly. It was a little blotchy when I saw the first time with the Griot garage. You know, I thought I had done a real thorough wipe down, and as dew was on it the following day, it looked uneven, it looked splotchy. That could have been my new, you know, user error to this, but it did not look, you know, the conformity was not great. So I'm going to get some water, some distilled water, probably actually grab some ONR, and show you the water effects right now. All right, I am going to show you the comparisons between the two sides. I hope you can see that fine. I am going to bring you in. There are just maybe 20-30 drops left on the glass on the Griot garage side. Very nice sheeting. I don't know if you can see this, but where my tape line is, you can see that there are beads all the way up, as this is freshly polished, clean glass. Again, I'm going to give you a better view. I just thought I'd show you this one first. I'm going to go all the way across, same flow of water. There's a lot more droplets that are left behind on the ceramic coated side. Not a direct indication that while you're driving this is any better or worse, but I gotta say I'm really impressed with the water sheeting from the Griot garage. The water falls off a touch faster, and it's leaving less dripping behind. I am new to the iPad game. I don't know how well that really showed. I can see some water on the glass. I'm going to give you just another type of view. This would be similar to a rain. And I'm seeing this in real time for the first time, as well as all of you. So that's some beading with some runoff. Yeah, it looks pretty good in the viewfinder for me. Let's do the same thing on this side. And about equal of the water droplets being left on the DPC side. I had to use a garbage can and a brick under the garbage can for the angle, and then a brick to hold this iPad up. I hope at least one of you. Oops. Yeah, my cell phone, I've got a pistol grip holder for the phone itself, and in this iPad is quite a bit bigger. Do not have any such thing. So I'll try and see on this side. I'll do the pour again. See how that water just clears right off. Only a few droplets left. Really, really nice. Griot's Garage. Good job on making a good product. I had seen reviews on the product for quite some time. You probably see in my morning sun as I get around the wiper. Very few droplets left. Really, really nice. This is ONR. It's a rinseless wash. Hope I captured that. Really nice flow. Pretty much dry, a little sticky there in the center, a few droplets running down there. But it's with distilled water, and it's just a very gentle cleaner. Kind of encapsulates and breaks down dirt. I do all of my washing with it. I didn't want to get the hose out, and my very high mineral content water out of the hose is not the greatest. So we'll bring you back over here, show you the effect of the rain and how we've got the droplets with some pretty good sheeting on the Griot's Garage side. I don't know if I have an anti-stabilizer on this camera. Like I said, it's all kind of new to me. I'm running out of juice a little bit here with the pump sprayer, but you can see, you know, some sheeting happening, a lot of beading, and I think the morning sun is actually pretty advantageous for capturing that. So aside from my windshield wiper blade up, continues to kind of drip, gain some steam. Like I said, when I was driving, they all kind of looked the same to me as far as the sheeting during the driving. So pretty darn nice. I'm gonna switch back down here. It's good. So I think that's gonna be it. This glass is very, very smooth and slick on the wipe. New towel, not as slick feeling under the towel. Still very slick. I mean, it's polished glass, right? Still does a nice job. This window so pretty. So what I want to do now is just one more little quick just kind of show you just this tape line. It's not as pronounced as I thought it would be, to tell you the truth. I thought I'd have the nice sticky line, but I can see that that line that I showed you is right there, and you can still see that color difference on the dash, as where I'm going to use the word darker, you know, with the look of the glass. You know, you can tell it's coated, and I really do, you know, I love the hydrophobics of both these products. But yeah, I thought I would have kind of a more of a distinct line like I got before with, you know, the water kind of sticking where the tape was. It may have run under. It was just real basic, you know, painter's tape. So not you know, the best. But anyway, this is the first part of this. I'm at a little over 8 minutes, just showing you the driveway side. I am going to have this iPad with me the next time there's a big rain, which is pretty much every day now. And I'll show you some inside the car scenes with the speedometer and show you how they compare side by side. This is the first time I've actually touched the glass now in a week and a half after I put this application down. So what I'd seen before was unclean glass that had, you know, a week or whatever. That splotchiness could have been some leftover residue from the Griot's garage that I just didn't buff off as well as I thought I did. I thought I was very thorough with it, but I believe that now that I've actually cleaned and wiped the glass, you know, physically made contact with it, I think that is going to take care of it. It's probably just some leftover, you know, carrier agents of sorts. So anyway, as always, thanks for being with me, and I will continue this video and show you the results in real world terms. Okay, thanks. I just wanted to say, if you have never used a windshield sealant, you know, like the old days of Rain-X, which is still available, and if used properly, according to the directions, does give some nice results that last for, you know, a month, maybe two. Man, the way bugs don't stick, the way the glass always looks clean. I'm an absolute freak about, yes, I'm a freak of having really clean glass to look out of while I drive, and having ceramic coatings and sealants on your windshield is a world of difference. So this will be the last update on this video, unless I choose to do something in the near future. So I'm going to show you, I showed you this piece of paper. Here's the, you know, full length, and I showed you the steps. Sorry, as I just got poured on and kind of rushed out here. I'm going to pretty much follow the rain that just came through. So this is what I showed you. You can freeze frame on this where, you know, I did the wipe down and you know, the glass towel with the 91% IPA, and used a magic eraser to prep the glass, blah, 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 blah. Here's the part I didn't show you underneath the line. So I used Meguiar's microfiber cutting disc using the Ceraglass by CarPro. You could also, I have the little or better yet would be a rayon glass polishing pad. It's made of rayon material. And I did my, wipe down with water, ONR, IPA, and then I applied the coatings per instruction. So I did a little different. I also made a note to myself, don't touch the trim, because as I watched the first 3 segments of this video, I saw that on the coating with the DPC Prime ceramic titanium coating, I did touch the outside of the plastic trim around the windshield, and that was not good. You definitely want to, either tape that off, or I'll slide a piece of notebook paper between the cowl, which is what I touched, and the glass itself, and then fold it over. And that way you can apply things to glass on the outside here, and you won't touch your plastic. Just a little trick I do. I also do it for, if I'm doing like a ceramic coating on the cowl, I'll slide that notebook paper and keep it on the glass flush, and that way I can apply my ceramic coating and not touch the glass. So it kind of goes both ways there, if you follow what I'm saying. Just another little added tip. Here comes a nice band of rain. So we're going to go for a drive, and I'm going to show you the effects of this glass coating. Now, we're on the other side here. So this is the Griot garage sealant. Okay, I don't really know its durability. I think it's how you care for your glass, blah, blah, blah. This is the very pricey Dallas Paint Coatings, used to be Dallas Paint Correction. Scott Bly, the owner in Texas, in Dallas area, produces some amazing coatings that I love working with. And this is his new Prime line. I think it came out, maybe it's almost been a year now. But the TMR Prime is the flagship coating for the company. And I have done it on some high-end cars and things, and I really wanted to try it out on my own windshield because I'm applying this to clients' cars, and that's the way I roll. I also, on my passenger side of my beautiful Dodge Caliber XST, I did a little different procedure as far as letting it cure the Griot garage glass sealant. And then I did a little different procedure on the passenger side front window. And then, I think I did the 8 minutes and did the 2 coats on the windshield itself. And I kind of did the same thing as I turn you around and look out the back of my driver's side back glass. I applied the TMR Prime, but I gave it almost no flash time before I buffed and leveled the coating. On the driver's side front, I think I have it in my notes. I'm a little bit scattered right now. I think it's actually on another piece of paper. But I saw the rain. I wanted to finish up this series and get out here. And anyway, and then I followed, proper procedures and did 1 coat on this side of the windshield. So in the middle of this windshield, about lined up with my rearview mirror, I ran a tape line on the outside. I probably should have used frog tape, which when it gets wet, it like seals even harder, wet from paint. This was wet from coatings. I think in some way I I didn't really secure the blue painter's tape very well, and it may have leaked under, or when I was wiping and buffing and leveling the two products, I think they may have kind of smeared and overlapped. Last time I did this little experiment with two other coatings, Underdog and also Dallas Paint Correction, I think it was regular TMR at the time, I competed those two against each other, and you could see a very distinct tape line here. I think because I used frog tape, which is super awesome, by the way. And, you know, on this, I just didn't see that effect as much, both when I'm driving in the rain, when there's dew on the car, blah, 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 blah. So I'm gonna start this up, and I'm just gonna take you with me. My neighborhood is a very slow speed, and I also had a custom exhaust on this car with 4 tips coming out the back, so it's gonna be a little loud. My stereo might come on. Bear with me. I'll turn my AC off for a little better viewage and audio. I'm not wearing my new microphone. Yes, oil change, light. I hear you. All right, we're 7.5 minutes in. That's the backstory. This is going to be the thing you can see just with movement. And my driveway is arched. It's incline. I don't know what arched means. And so the glass is now actually, you know, more down, as where I was in the driveway, the glass was a little higher degree. All right, let's go chase some rain. So I'm going to take you down this road. I'm going to gun it a little bit so I can get up to speed. It's not very long, and it's only like 25 miles an hour. And I'm going to put you in the middle. Here is the rear view mirror. So side-by-side comparison of the clearing of the glass. I'm doing 25 miles an hour right now. When we hit 35, look at the clearing. Now, I kind of wanted to get a shot, because I don't drive off the road looking at the viewfinder. And actually, I'm looking at the whole screen on my iPad, so it's really quite easy. Let me put my seatbelt on. Hang on, I'm gonna jostle you a little bit. Okay, so this is where the rain came from. The beach down that way is about 1.5 miles to the intercoastal. And we're gonna pick up some speed and kind of go chase the rain. Now, when I have water on the glass from a previous rain and I drive down the street and it's not raining, about 35 miles an hour, which is right now, is kind of the magic point of when the effects of a hydrophobic coating are really apparent on glass. If you've never used one, I just hit about 47 miles an hour there. So it's enough that the water clears, the water all sweeps off. If you've never used a windshield coating, hydrophobic adding type of product, it's a different look out your windshield. At night, you can almost get kind of like mesmerized by the effects. I'll show you the effects of the side glass, which is never as pronounced as the windshield. Obviously, the wind is not blowing. There's my driver's side, and the driver's side rear you may or may not have seen as I am driving in wet weather with no windshield wiper blades. Speaking of which, so when you use your windshield wiper blades and you have a hydrophobic coating, they clear a lot easier. They're also a lot better because the glass is cleaner and the wiper blades clear them off. Take you in here a little tighter. This is the driver's side, and this is 35 miles an hour, which is where it starts to really clear off on my glass, right? We're doing about 45. I'm doing 45 and a 35. I'm breaking the law. Here is the same effect on the passenger side. I'm doing 45 right there. And that's the Griot garage side. So that's really about all I have to say about that. And it's just super amazing. If you've never done a glass coating, please go out and buy at least Rain-X and apply it every month. Apply it 2 times the way the directions state. But when you can be driving down the road in a pretty good downpour right here, you can just see so much better. But it is a different effect. And I will add this as well. If I turn my wiper blades on, super good, right? This is on pulse setting. It's raining pretty hard. You can probably hear it. We turn that up some. Okay, so there's fast, completely unnecessary. I'm driving kind of out of the cell. Let's do a UE. Should we do an illegal UE there? Or a legal UE? Yeah, they're both illegal UEs. Figures. I was gonna try and drive you back into the rain, because, man, that one's illegal too. All right, we'll go all the way down here. You do not, see, I'm already driven out of the rain. You do not want to use your wiper blades. Lady behind me is like, what the fuck is this guy doing? You can see the beautiful sun and clouds over there as I don't run into the curb, but nearly did. Let's get on this. Okay, so there's 50 miles an hour. Let me set my cruise control. And there's the big dark clouds up ahead that we were just in. So I'm sorry I'm at like 14 minutes. Oh, I can see the rain up ahead, but this is an important point. The more you use your wiper blades, here we are back in the rain, the more you are, and I have waited for this perfect timing when I have time to do this and not like gonna be out of my car all day and fry my fucking iPad. When you use your wiper blades a lot, you are effectively rubbing aggressively on your sealant, which is a bad thing. What you want to be doing is you want to be using them as little as possible. You also want to keep your glass very clean as much as possible. So you want to, use a rinseless product, which is the greatest glass cleaner ever. When you use distilled water with something like ONR, which I previously described, but you could just use your regular old glass cleaner. Now it's more aggressive and could possibly damage, something that's not chemically resistant, like the Griot garage. I got some bird poo on the glass a few days after I applied this, which was July 7th, and it's now August 23rd. So this is the products competing with each other after a month and a half. So something to consider. Come on by, cars. So the cleaner your wiper blades are and the cleaner your glass is, the more effective something like, I'm in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. Something like, you know, these coatings. You want to keep things very, very clean and not aggressively clean them like glass cleaner can be, because you want to avoid chemicals on your glass. So distilled water and a rinseless product like ONR or many, many others available out there becomes an important thing. I'm doing like 34 right now. And it's not quite enough. Sometimes the wind can be a factor, and when you're driving into the wind, you get better effects. So anyway, keep your windshield wiper blades clean. Take a microfiber cloth and some of your rinseless and clean them. If you're cleaning them for the first time, use some isopropyl alcohol and, you know, maybe some paper towel, which is quite aggressive, and make sure your blades stay clean, because everything that's on your glass is always flowing down in the rain and whatnot and collecting on the edge of your wiper blades. So they build up a lot of contamination. Not only do they build it up, but it sits there and kind of bakes into the rubber. So maintain your wiper blades in a correct fashion. Keep your glass clean by taking a glass polishing towel like I do, or a microfiber, or a piece of paper towel, which is not the best. It leaves lint particles, and it's actually got abrasives built into the paper towel, which make it much more aggressive. Never touch your paint with paper towel. That's just stupid. But you can prolong the life, and my major point that I've been trying to say for the last 4 minutes is that you want to maintain the life of the coating as much. So you don't want to be rubbing on it, you don't want to put chemicals on it, you want to keep your wiper blades clean, and this is all going to add up to, whether you're using Rain-X or whether you buy the Griot Garage sealant, whether you know, just want nice, clean looking glass. I mean, keep it clean and keep your wiper blades clean. That's really super important. But this is going to be the ender here, so I'm going to jump on this thing a little bit and give you one more view. I'm going to go ahead and clear the glass with the wiper blades. Step on this. Generally don't like the fact that I have front wheel drive, but at times it's good. Oh, little slippage. They're new tires. So there's 42 miles an hour right here. It's just a sprinkle. Everything is clearing off really super nice. There is your last look at the Griot Garage. There's your last look at the Dallas paint correction ceramic titanium, and that's about it. So, you know, I thank you for being with me. I appreciate all of you. I'm driving with no hands in my knee right now because all of you are important. Please like, share, subscribe. I am trying to step up my game with this channel and, you know, do better for you guys, like letting me reset my speed control. So but man, it helps me out. Just leave a comment, ask a question, do something, you know, share this with someone you know, and mainly hit that subscription notification and hit all, so you get all of my now 307 videos I think I have out. I've got a lot of information. I'm mentoring a lot of detailers. I'm trying to just do good, right? So help me do good by helping out this channel. And I'm also on a lot of Facebook forums under either Jeff Jackson or Deluxe Vehicle Detailing and Paint Correction. And if I can help you with anything, please reach out, 727-742
7867, and enjoy making your vehicles beautiful. Thank you.